God. Oh,
Hello!
no.
Hello!
Hi.
Hello! Hello!
Hi.
Hello!
Stop!
I just came back to hear something about a tea party.
Turn that off!
I found it again on my phone, Amy. I found it again.
That was Amy? Oh,
Hello!
how much for you to send it to me? I promise not to use it for evil.
What else are you going to use it for? Don't answer that.
Oh no! Bad John.
Hello!
That's why I'm entrusted to these things, and you're not.
At some point,
Anymore?
Yeah.
at some point, we're going to play some D&D.
I don't know about that. That doesn't sound like us.
Mm.
It's not what I signed up for, quite frankly.
Yeah, I'm personally, especially since the last time, yeah.
Previously on the Golden Tooth,
What even is D&D?
you guys travelled to Elventree.
Do we not
is
get
called
intros?
Pardon?
Do we not get intros?
Nah, you gave them up.
Please.
Okay. Hello and welcome. My name is John, and I am joined by Michael,
Hello!
Amy,
Mr. FBF, send him to the principal's office and have him expelled!
which one?
All of them.
Okay. Sean,
Hi!
and Sean.
I made biscuits.
Shut the Why didn't you play that on the intro? You could have waited 10 seconds at most!
I tried to do it before. That's why I was saying before John not to do it because
Oh, I hate you.
And we are here to play some D&D.
Yay!
Previously on the Adventures of the Golden Tooth, you guys went back to Elventree to celebrate a festival.
you basically bloody live there now.
The King's Festival?
No, just a festival. I can't remember of the name of which it was. There was a
You wanna go
name.
to the festival, the King's Festival.
Um,
No.
I want to go to the festival.
the Festival of the Second Feast was the name of the festival that you attended, and unfortunately, you had some interesting encounters with various people. Hal started to dance with someone, seemingly nearly random.
He asked, thank you.
Wasn't me, but he asked.
Yeah, he wanted to dance, I wanted to dance, everyone was happy.
Malzere and Calderax met a blind girl and her goat. Pyrolis, I nearly said Shan. Pyrolis spoke with a snooty woman.
Yeah.
And then a violinist, a very small violinist, took to the stage.
Oh, you look small.
A Durgar female playing a small violin took to the stage, and
That wasn't what you called her last time,
Yeah,
John.
I don't remember I don't remember a violinist at all.
a strings instrument was played, and the
What would
party
you call somebody that plays a stringed instrument of that kind?
of that variety. I mean, it was a fiddle of some description, I believe.
Oh, and you would call them a fiddlist. Got it, of course.
Fiddle player, yes. Took to the stage and played their instrument, and the crowd started to descend further into madness. And
like
just
Saruman the Wise.
just as things started to take a turn for the more violent, Malzere threw up a hypnotic pattern,
Malzere threw up, and it was really
vomited
distracting.
everywhere.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Like Mr. Creosote in the middle of life. It's just
Malzere engaged a hypnotic pattern in the sky that drew people's attention away, and the
By the
music
end of
playing stopped. I'm
By the
just
end
gonna
of
have to.
this, game. John is not going to be able to say any words without us insulting him, making a joke.
You know that. Improv game where it's like change, change, and you have to redo the previous line, but with different.
Yes.
That's what these intros are becoming, guys.
I don't know how that's our fault, John. I'll be honest. I blame Amy.
Why me?
You got McFlurry. I didn't.
With the Durgar stopped, Elenil took you backstage into the Hall of the Unicorn, where you interviewed the Durgar, who said very little and ascended fully into madness. And Elenil informed you that about half a dozen to a dozen people of Elventree had also irrevocably descended into madness after the evening's events, and requested that you, appearing to have some heightened resistance to this effect, head back into the Underdark and trail the Durgar's approach in reverse to see where she came from, and if there was some method of halting her insanity-causing effects. And so you headed back into the Underdark. It is dark down there. It has taken you about a day or so to get from Elventree into the Underdark. The descent is a harrowing experience. The only thing more suffocating than the walls of the narrow chimney is the crushing darkness that quickly envelops you.
Oh. Is it tight?
And Mauser raised negativity.
Yes.
Is it tight?
Yes.
Oh. Well, that's
Said,
fine.
said Cal to Mauser.
Shut the
Before long, you arrive at the bottom, and the water rushes around the island of jagged stone that you are stood upon, heading northeast.
So, I have something to confess.
Mm.
I
You're in love with Calderams!
I hate you. I cannot begin to describe how much I hate you.
Your voice
Being
sounds deeper.
Yeah, I was going to say, is Amy sounding deeper to anyone?
Mauser is puberty during this time, apparently. I will remedy to correct this mistake in about 5 seconds. I will be right back.
I'm sorry, did Amy just breathe in a lot of sulfur hexafluoride or something?
Shut the fuck up. It's my microphone being a dick.
It works. I mean, that makes you sound like a dude.
Yeah, but I want to sound like a feminine dude, not a butch dude.
I mean, so do I.
While Amy reassesses her voice, who is taking the navigatory navigation-y type lead on this
How?
particular instance?
Not how, anyone but how. For the love of God. I'll
But it
even
went
take
so
I'll
well
even take-
once.
I'll even take Ember over Hal right now.
Offensive.
Ember
have,
sort
um,
of barks and looks up at you.
We have a map, right?
Way
Ember
to
pulls
insult
out the map.
Irelis's pet.
What? So he's better than you in navigation?
Ember pulls out the map and a set of cartography tools and pulls down a little pair of goggles.
Looks for,
And...
binoculars. Looks for a telescope.
Doesn't even have proficiency in the
For God's sake, John, give Ember proficiency
cartography.
in cartography tools.
You do have a map, yes.
I mean, I can have a go, but
What would we need to roll in order to do the navigation or anything.
Personally, I think the best thing for us to do is to trust ourselves, and then we will get where we need to go. And wherever we get to, that's where we need it to be.
So as I said, what kind of?
I was looking for a survival check or a nature check.
I got an 8 in survival.
Yeah, go for it then.
Do it.
Just watch it fail now.
I mean, you'll fail 5 higher than I would, so...
Okay, you look up and down the stream, and you realise that that you need to travel the direction that the water is heading. And you also ponder to yourself that this river likely leads into the River Tesh.
Oh.
I hear someone dumped a statue in the bottom of that recently.
A different river.
Oh, sorry.
It's been proof fit to work, though, because it can move on its own.
Well.
And so you start heading along the edge of the river. Do you guys have lights with you?
I've got dark vision.
I don't think I have dark vision.
How successful is dark vision here, John?
Dark vision is perfectly successful for those of you that have it.
In which case, I'll be casting light for how?
Yay! Also,
Thank you. Cast it on my quarterstaff, that way I can keep it with me.
Also,
Yeah, will
guys,
do.
to counteract this puberty change, I brought a balloon from the party and sucked in a load of helium, so hoping this is alright now.
Yeah, sounds more normal.
Good.
I
Pyrolus.
don't think normal's a word we can ever use to describe Amy, but yeah.
Pyrolus. You can also cause your Warhammer now to shed light.
Oh yeah, I forget that's a thing.
It does 30 feet of bright light and 30 feet of dim light, so it basically is the same as casting light on another thing, except it's on your Warhammer.
I won't just yet, because I can still see fine and we might need to be sneaky.
Okay. So, other than the small amount of light provided by the light on the quarterstaff, it is complete blackness.
Dank.
It's quite dank. You're next to a river.
The scale of 1 to 10, how dank is it?
6, maybe a 7.
Okay.
Pretty dank. Steal my dankness check, will you?
The ceiling is 10 foot
No
high.
flurries for you.
The river varies from 10 to 20 feet in width. And can be as deep as 10 feet.
Are we still in our party gear, by the way?
I assume that you will have changed into sort of adventuring clothes.
Because I was about to say, I was wearing shorts there, and I do not want to be next to a river in shorts.
Also, yeah, weren't our clothes back at the castle?
I assume we would have brought
I guess you travel with stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah, Caldrax would have travelled with his.
I mean, to be
normal clothes
fair,
and then changed into them.
to be fair for how, adventuring gear is whatever he shows up in.
For how adventuring gear is his quarterstaff and whatever. Couple of prayer beads, maybe.
Yeah.
And
Like
the
to keep
wind.
it simple.
I mean, How is ready for that one episode of the anime where they go to the bathhouse and he has to fight someone off in a towel.
How it lives for that moment. The minute that happens, how's your man?
Well,
Noted.
Pyro, stop sexualizing her.
we need a bathhouse episode.
I did nothing.
John scribbles
I
note.
can read your mind.
You travel along the edge of the stream, and you start to notice as you go that spider webs slowly increase in size and thickness.
I know there's no reason for me to think this, but I genuinely thought you were going to say Spider-Man.
And Spider-Man is here.
Turns up.
It's just you started saying Spider, and I went, Spider-Man?
Wishful thinking that.
I think it's because I watched some of the 90s Spider-Man cartoon this morning because I realized it was on Disney Plus.
I was watching that the other week.
It's so good. It just hits all my nostalgia. I used to watch that all the time with Fox Kids.
Could I get a perception check?
For you, John, anything.
Alright, give me a second. My computer's not being the quickest today.
Where's my perception gone? Can't
I
find it.
haven't opened my character sheet yet. That's gonna take like an hour. Don't tut at me, old man.
Yeah, Sean, Jesus.
Yeah, John, Jesus.
Oh.
I think we've reached the end there.
I mean, I don't think I can get away with calling Sean an old man.
Just quickly get Jeff in the call.
I was gonna say.
You can certainly try calling Sean an old man, but I don't like your chances of living afterwards.
I like living afterwards.
Living is helpful.
No, no. What's it ever done for me?
You exist.
Ugh, gross. It's not been fun.
Right, give me a second.
Though it did give me foxes, so, you know.
There are fluffy things, and
I was wearing my fox onesie for most of the day. It was great.
That's adorable.
It's the
Tom,
best. It's the best thing I've ever been gifted, I think.
who gave it to you?
The friend who bought me my takeaway on Monday.
Oh, nice. What a good friend.
at the
'Cause
same
they-
time, or
No, well, they bought this a couple of weeks ago because I showed them my avatar, and they loved it. And they were like,
I just had this image of them just suddenly turning up at your house and just throwing a onesie at you, saying, "Go ahead, get it on, bitch! We're having a takeout."
What? Here's dinner. Here's your outfit. Go.
they bought it for me because they saw the avatar. I was like, "Do you actually have that one?" They was like, "No, I wish I did." How much do you wish? And how tall are you? Asking for a friend.
Did he get it on Wish, perchance?
I'm glad that they didn't, because if she'd gotten it on Wish, it would have been like the most effed up fox in the world.
It would have been like 5 sizes too small, and it wouldn't have been a fox.
Yeah, you have to be real careful with Wish.
Yeah.
You would have been lucky if it would have been in the same mammalian family.
How's that character sheet opening, Amy?
It's frozen.
Yay!
Messages that I want you to send, Discord.
Let me roll for
Yeah,
you.
could you? I'm sorry.
Thank you, Clyde. An unknown error occurred. Fuck you.
Fuck you too.
So Malzere doesn't notice,
Okay.
but everybody else does.
Okay.
You notice that strung up in a particularly thick, dense area of spider webbing, just as the tunnel veers round to the right, there is a net hidden amongst the webs.
Oh, okay.
And also everybody at Malzere can hear the sound of voices up ahead.
Is there anything in the net, or is it like strung up as if it's trying to catch something?
Give me a survival check.
Survival check.
Survivor. I'm a survivor.
Looking at the web, you can see that they've not actually finished setting it up yet.
Yeah, you looked at the web, you googled it, and you found out.
You can see that the net the net is part of a mechanical trap that would drop the net on you if you were to sneak under it, but they haven't actually set it up yet to drop, so there's nothing actually caught in it yet.
So we can pass safely underneath it because it's not actually set up properly yet.
Yes.
Let's
That's right
go. I'm just wandering obliviously.
Do we have any idea how recently it was set up, whether people are close?
You can all hear some voices round the corner.
I was going to say, yeah, the voices indicate people are close.
Yeah, but I wasn't sure how close, because caves echo.
Do I notice that Malzere hasn't noticed?
You were trying to think of a name that wasn't Malzray there, weren't you?
No, I legitimately forgot Malzray's name.
You would all notice that Malzray is carrying on without having noticed.
Malzray,
Hmm?
there's people ahead.
Pardon?
There are people ahead.
Oh.
And I said...
You guys aren't making any sense, therefore I'm gonna just carry on.
There are voices ahead, and there's a net up on the ceiling, but it's not set up properly yet.
So if it's not set up properly yet, then what's the fucking problem, mate?
There are still people ahead.
And
you accuse
the
Hal of
last-
being the dumb one.
The last time we were here, we treated everything as hostile until proven otherwise.
okay, here's the thing, Cal, is that whenever we go on any of these quests, normally there are people involved, so honestly, what's the fucking point in worrying? Because either they're dead or they're not dead, basically.
They're not dead because we can hear their voices.
No, I mean dead as in we killed them.
Or we could just get past them without a fight.
That too.
I deliberately strum the loop.
I actually don't like you right now.
You
Annoyed
hear
Hal.
the sound of the lute just...
It hasn't been tuned, so...
And it just...
It sounds like a nice strum until you hit that last note.
Ding, 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 dong. And it just echoes through the caves, and you can all hear the voices stop. And then a female voice.
Do any of us recognize this language that they're speaking?
It's Undercommon. Who recognises Undercommon?
I recognize Undercommon, I'm pretty sure. I
No
do.
comment.
No, I don't.
Sean.
I know.
Calderex hears the voice say, "Warriors, someone is coming from over there."
They said warriors, someone is coming from over there, and I presume they probably indicated this way.
That would make sense. We are over here.
It does make sense, doesn't it?
You're agreeing with me.
It's the first time for everything.
We're best friends now. I have a really low bar for friends.
Well, I suppose if you guys want to hide now...
You hear the same voice.
No, we could throw you overboard, couldn't we?
Calderex, you hear the same voice say, "Scouts, see who it is."
They said scouts see who it is. They're going to investigate.
Okay. Hi, my name is Hal.
Turns to Hal. You know the whole friendship thing you just mentioned?
I wanted to know who it was.
Okay, let me
I am
load.
here with my friends Malzaram, Kaldazik, and Pyrolus.
We're not friends! God.
I mean, Amy, you can't be mad at me. This is entirely your fault.
No, I'm not mad.
It is 100% your fault.
I know!
So, I didn't plan for you guys to not turn the corner before this encounter started.
John, we aim to keep you on your toes. You should know this by now.
So just imagine that this map goes further back and there is a bit of a corner that you are currently stood around. And the large...
My Roll20 is currently doing that whole infinite loading thing like it was
Yeah.
doing on Saturday.
Oh, cool. Yeah, I think I may have set these maps up with that fun new thing that breaks people's Roll20s. Bear with me.
Well, what breaks people's Roll20s? Because I had this recently and I don't know what I did that caused that.
The new dynamic lighting system.
Oh yeah, that's been breaking our IR games as well. Also, I will be right back.
Okie dokie.
I'm really glad that they updated the dynamic lighting. It seems to have gone really well.
It will do when people can, load
Look at it.
maps.
I'm unsure what was wrong with the old dynamic lighting, I'll be honest. If anything, it had features that I preferred.
Like working.
Isn't that always the way, though?
I mean, I get the reason they need to do it and they want to do it, and that it will be better when they finish fixing it. because the way that they're doing it at the moment relies on 2 different interconnected web systems, whereas if they can do it the new way, it's all under one system and should be less processing power on the computer in the long run. However, at the moment, it's broken as fuck.
You think they wouldn't have released it like that?
Yeah. But
hey.
no.
Here we are, dealing with their mistake.
So 2 of the fish people, because that's basically what you see if you look round the corner.
Cool, I've never met fish people before.
One of them holding a hook and with a staff with
nose, isn't it, Joe?
a staff with sharp razor-tipped ends starts approaching you. The other one is just holding a spear.
You know what I'd love? To keep a party on their toes, you find a group of shark people. What are they called? The Sahuagin? Sahagwin. And they live in a desert just to fuck with you.
Where did they come from?
And like, rather than being all like nautical themed, they're all like Egyptian themed.
And they start approaching you and
singing in choir voices.
and the one with the bident shouts, or for Caldrax, identify yourselves.
Asking us to identify ourselves.
I don't speak Undercommon. I only speak. Is it Overcommon or just common? Is it offensive to call it Overcommon?
I translate for him, just pointing, saying, he says that he is a moron and does not understand you. He is a duty head.
If I understood you, I would be mad, but I don't, so I assume you're saying nice things.
Alas, he is... I'm making like really positive gestures, but I'm saying just awful shit about you.
Alas, he is a poopy head.
I mean,
His head is full of the poopy.
I'm iterating that he means you no harm, but he is a duty head.
Another...
He never gets anyone's name right, ever.
Excuse me, I've never got Pyrolus's name wrong.
Sean, upon Caldrax saying that he doesn't understand you and that he speaks common, another one of them turns round who has a staff, turns and faces you. Me speak for tribe.
Hi, my name is Hao. These are my friends, Malzaram and Kaldazak, and Pyrolus, and this is our cute little fox, Ember. We're looking for something down here. We don't want trouble or harm. We heard you talking and thought maybe you liked music, and maybe you just wanted to say hello, so we said hello.
I say in Undercommon, don't you regret speaking Common now?
Hurtful, unnecessary. But I look at you and go, he just said he spoke common, you don't need to translate anymore.
Me speak little common.
Oh, me speak big common.
Me gonna speak to the horn-headed one.
Okay. He may be mean, but he's secretly a softie. He's in love with the other horn-headed one.
The fish person sort of nods like, yeah, that makes sense. Horn-headed people should like each other.
That's a bit racist, but okay.
So proceeds to say in Undercommon, I apologise for him.
Wait, what's happening?
We're making friends!
Well, turns out one of these fish people speaks Common. Hal proceeded to talk to him. He then preferred to speak to me in Undercommon.
Oh no, he's going to speak in common still, but he
right.
just doesn't want Hal to talk anymore.
Oh, right, okay. So,
Understandable.
I still say in Undercommon, I apologise for him.
Right.
In Undercommon, he says, we understand that people from Overworld are soft in the head.
In Undercommon, not all of us.
Jesus Christ.
He
Yeah.
question
Are
he
we about to
questions
start a
whether it's
race?
specifically blue people.
We're about to start a race war. Okay.
Calrex thinks briefly and just, well, I met Reed, and he seemed fine. So, not all blue people, no.
Me,
Bob,
named Shoalpop.
Shut up.
greetings, Shoalpop.
Me named How.
They know.
Shoalpop, no.
I am Calderax. This is Malzray, and this
Hi.
is Pyrolis. And if you're interested, the fox is called Ember.
If you're interested in eating it, we're selling it for a good price.
I'll kill you.
Greetings.
I shall kill you.
That's How saying that. His voice just, I'll kill you.
Female leader of household is Shagar, and he points back to the woman that's running the organization of the others.
Shagar.
Shkaka.
She is leader of many of people.
Right.
Kuatoa. And he taps himself on the chest again.
Quatoa.
I'll call you Quack.
Well, he's Shoalpop.
I'll still call him Quack.
Yeah, that's just not nice.
How's that not nice?
He's told us his name and you're ignoring it.
And
And yet we've told you our name.
fucking says you, Mr. Can't pronounce my name.
Yeah, not can't pronounce, not doesn't care.
So, what? I'm trying to. What exactly have we been sent? We've been sent to seek out where this Duragar came from.
Oh,
So, are we looking for a Duragar settlement down here?
Yes.
So, pretty much just says we are seeking a settlement of the Durgar. Do you know one nearby?
Shoalpop will nod. We are setting up defenses.
What are you trying to defend from?
We normally fight all, but need to protect home.
Of course.
Your home's under attack recently?
Head-eating tentacle people set up new home along Wet Road.
Like the tea guy!
Many time ago, we taken by them to do things for them. We escape, but now fear they come for us again.
fucking
Scouts
assholes
seen
not leave us alone.
Scouts seen others taken.
Like the tea guy.
The
Like-
dark
Yeah.
the dark beards from Zortagra met with Shagar to fight head-eating tentacle people. But we don't like the dark beards either. Tentacles have to go through the beardies anyway. Darkbeards show us skin picture, tentacle head cut with sword. You get the feeling from how he's saying this is that he doesn't know better words for it.
Fair enough.
I got that.
So
How understands him completely.
Yeah.
So the Durgar were going off to fight the Mind Flayers, and they wanted the fish people's help, but they refused because they didn't like them and thought they can kill two birds with one stone by having them just fight each other.
Yes.
It's kind of smart. Got to give it to these fish peeps.
It is.
Until they all die, in which case it was a double.
Of course, until they all die, because obviously, whichever one wins, they're probably going to come for the fish people.
And whichever one wins, we're gonna side with.
The Shelpop puts his hand on his chest again and says, I know way to Zortagra.
Okay.
We'll tell you way if you help us.
Help you with what?
He points at the fortifications that they're setting up.
So you want help with fortifications, and you'll then tell us the way.
Nods.
I know the way.
Right.
A horse.
Do I look like a fucking construction worker?
Yes. I don't know what a construction worker is.
What my dad does, basically.
Well,
I've
He-
not met your dad.
He points at you and says, you look strong. Can assist.
Me?
I can assist, yes.
Yeah. Oh, yes. I am strong-ish. I have gauntlets that will make me lift things. Yeah.
well, I've got some things that might be able to help. Where is it? I do have a spell that could help with some strength for some of us.
Nice. Sorry, chewing gum right now.
Disgusting.
So,
Oh,
What would
no, No. No.
Sorry.
what would you guys like to do to assist with building the fortifications?
I will carry materials and shit.
I will help.
I'll
Okay.
help put things in place, put things together, because Pyrolis would have helped on the farm, putting up fences and things.
On the firm.
So I think Cal would help with carrying and lifting and putting things where they need to be.
Ooh, Caldawax, you so strong.
No, I'm really not. That's why I'm helping.
Hal will help by doing whatever he is told to do. And not try and think outside the box himself.
Okay, can I get athletics checks from
Yes,
anyone
okay.
just doing heavy lifting?
Athletics check.
You know what? I'll be nice. I'll give you Halbardic Inspiration if you want.
Yeah, what is it? How
I
much?
believe it's a +8 now, I think.
It's about that year. 1
I
minute.
would have thought so about this level.
Bardic Inspiration
yeah.
is D8 at 5th. So yeah.
So it makes it 14.
Okay.
Better than 9.
It's better than a 9. What level even are we?
No.
8.
Yeah.
Why do I not have that written down anywhere? Do I being blind? Oh, there it is. Written down, guys, don't panic.
Sean, are you doing just heavy lifting, or are you going to do something more specifically setting something up?
If there's things that she knows how to do, she would help do it, nailing things together and, putting things up.
Okay. Can I get a survival check from you?
I can try.
I can show you the world.
Okay. You all spend a few hours lifting beams into place, and Pyrolis just with a hammer and some nails.
Hopefully
Yeah.
not with her hammer. Just.
Yeah, just you have no idea how quickly that thing drives nails in. Actually, to be fair, because it's a warlock's weapon, she just summons a small ruby-headed hammer.
Yeah.
And
The most ornate ball-peen hammer you've ever seen.
yeah.
They try and hand me a hammer, and I was like, no, I'm okay.
By
I've
the
got this.
builder, can we fix it? By the builder, yes we can.
You can see every nail that Pyrolis has driven in because there's a small circle of burn in the wood where the Pyramaul has just singed the wood shut. You spend a few hours and you put up some decent defenses. And by the end of it, Calderax, because you're the only one that speaks Undercommon, Shagar, the Archpriestess, this one.
I still can't see the map, so...
Well, one of the fish people,
Either way, the one that's in charge...
the leader of the group,
Big fish, they like to call it.
approaches you, Calderax, and shakes you by the hand. And in Undercommon says, "Thank you for your assistance here today."
We
Um,
are now part of the tribe. No.
and she will take off a
Item of clothing.
golden
I
bracelet.
was going to go there, but I decided not to.
She will take off a golden bracelet she is wearing and hand it to you.
In Undercommon, thank you very much.
This is a sign of friendship between my tribe and yours.
We graciously accept. Tries to find something he can give in return.
I pass you some of my prayer beads.
Then he takes some of the prayer beads and hands them to her in return, and just in return.
Okay. She wraps them around her arm.
And puts the bracelet on if it's if it's of right size.
It might be a little bit tight, but it will fit.
That's right then.
Said Calderax to Mel.
I've now got some more bling. It's the main thing.
I don't think it's fair that you got it, because I gave the prayer beads.
I think you'll find I am spokesperson and therefore leader.
I am spokespersons.
Shut up, Bow.
And Shell Pop will inform you of the quickest and safest route from here to Zortugra.
I will get that jotted down on the map.
And you start to follow said fastest route. And
Amy, you missed a great innuendo while you were gone. If Amy's back.
I don't know.
They're back, but they're not responding.
Amy.
Steamy.
Eventually, the Waydown river turns sharply, and the area that you're walking through opens into a large cavern. And as you're about halfway through the cavern, you hear screaming.
Oh.
That's not usually a good sign.
I think it's never a good sign personally, but you could think what you want, I
And
suppose.
hopefully the map loads.
That's definitely not a good sign.
Oh.
Everything froze on my computer, and then everything just came back all at once. What the fuck is happening?
You missed a really good innuendo. John said it's tight, but it will fit, and I said Calzare to Maldera.
I hate you so much.
So yes, you hear screaming and just thum, 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 surrounding you in this cavern. A quintet of enlarged Durgar suddenly become visible.
Are they brandishing weapons, or
They are brandishing weapons,
I
and
thought so.
Are they equally enlarged? Or
They
do
are-
they just got tiny weapons?
Are they fully enlarged?
yes, they are fully enlarged.
Are they large and in charge?
Could I get a perception check from Peeps?
Perception. Okay.
Perception.
I will percept your face.
Hey, Amy, you gave me one of those bardic inspirations, right?
You've already used it.
Oh, yeah, I heard you gave me another one.
Shut the fuck up.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, no, Amy, I heard you gave me another one, because...
Well, you didn't write your perception. What you...
Yeah, okay, but also if you look above my
Yeah,
perception...
true. True.
Yeah, but that's
Yeah.
cheating, and don't look above his perception.
Oh fuck. Okay.
I'm like, I could do it if I just had one more!
Tough luck. No.
Oh man, if only I had one more, Amy.
Shut the fuck up.
Could I get initiative checks from all y'all,
Nope.
Mm.
Yes.
Nope, not allowed.
please?
I refuse.
I need a fuse. Oh, what the fuck? Yeah.
Couldn't have rolled more ones in that if I'd have tried.
Oh,
Yes.
let's go back. No mind.
So angry, Amy.
Well,
You're
at
a-
least he's,
You're a whore, Michael.
At least this person that we have no idea they're there has just got a very low initiative.
Yeah, jeez, good job them. I don't know why Amy's so upset with a 23. 21.
Gosh! Oh, someone got in that one. It's all right. Oh, hang on. I'm just gonna pretend I didn't read that.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
know, right?
cool.
John, you should hide those better.
I should, yeah.
We'll see your stealth checks.
There's a
Yeah.
GM.
How?
Yes.
Of course.
Did I remember to get? I didn't get.
Every Duragar is. Hang on a minute. All but one Duragar is ahead of me, because of course.
I'm just trying to work out if there's a way that I can stand that I can get both this guy and this guy in a thunder wave. I don't think there is. 'Cause it's 15-foot cube, isn't it?
Yes.
How deep is that water?
How deep is your love?
It's about 8 foot deep.
And how fast is the water?
It is a speed.
Excellent. I'm gonna go here and thunder wave this guy.
1 minute. It is. Okay. Yeah, I know what the water is doing now.
How fast does it look?
It looks pretty fast and rough.
Cool. That's what I wanted to know before I thunder wave this guy. So now I'm gonna thunder wave this guy.
Cool. Roll me a thunder wave.
Don't tell me what to do. How do I do it at a higher level?
It will tell you.
Yeah,
like,
click on
what
it.
No, I meant more as my class.
Oh, you spend more key points.
Cool. How many key points is it for a first level?
10 wants key points.
I believe it's two for its basic level, and then 1 for each additional level. But you can only spend half your monk level
Cool.
in it.
I'm gonna spend 3 then and do it at second level.
Nice. Slurp.
Thunder wave, second level.
Oh, well, that was a mistake.
What was a mistake?
Sorry, okay. I have learnt now. Don't chew chewing gum and then drink a Coke right after.
Yes! Never do that.
Don't. What? Why would you ever think?
Why don't you chase it with some orange juice while you're at it?
Oh, shut up.
Uh,
I hate
Yeah, John, I saw, don't worry.
You step forward and slap your hands together, and the
Zip.
And he just resists and sort
Damn
of
him!
stands there.
That's less good.
I do believe, though, let me double check your character sheet real quick. Let me double check your other character sheet real quick. You know, the one that's on the somebody sing the song.
It's TNT!
TNT! Yeah!
That's one.
You've got your soul and you've got your invisible wand.
Ah!
So you can take your attack action first,
What?
and then as a bonus action you do the Thunder Wave.
Holy shit, yeah, I'll attack then.
Nice.
So you get your full 2 attacks.
That's really cool.
Ka-chow!
Yeah, that'll hit.
Second ka-chow, that's less ka-chow.
That one strikes into his armor.
I'm also going to spend a key point to make him make another con save.
Okay.
Bitch.
He will try to do that. I opened up Spotify instead of his character sheet. That can go
I
away.
can see why you got the two confused, John.
Like a little bitch.
He rolled a natural 1,
Cool, he's stunned.
so that's fun for him.
I couldn't even got that for the Thunder Wave. That would have been so much cooler.
Does stunned affect con saving throws?
That's a question for John.
I don't know off the top of my head.
I think stun just means you can't do anything.
They automatically fail strength and dex saving throws.
Oh.
I think. Yeah, that strength and dexterity saving throws.
We're clearly experts in D&D, guys. It's not like we've been playing for about 3 years at this point.
Right. But it does mean my second attack would have had advantage, actually.
Yes, so do you want to roll your second attack again?
Oh,
Yes.
So that one will hit. So you strike into him and you find a weak point in him,
Oh, whoops, hit it twice, my bad.
and you, he just tenses up, and you use that to your advantage to drive the quarterstaff in a second time. And you can see, everybody can see that this Duragar is just...
Fucking hell, Jesus.
Malzere.
Shouldn't have had the third mead.
Oh,
So-
Jesus Christ, I shouldn't have.
I'm not gonna metagame here because I have a feeling what's hiding is gonna.
What? No, there's nothing hiding, Amy.
I'm just gonna do. I'm gonna do what Malzray would do. So he does his little genie dance, and he casts that.
Okay.
And then 5, 10, 15. He will move here, and then Calderax, you suddenly feel inspired.
I feel like I can do anything.
You
Oh,
can't
it's not-
though, so don't fall for it.
It's
a trap.
strange.
It's a trap.
Why don't I have an easy one of these
It's a
for
trap.
invisibility?
It's a map.
It's some crap.
Admiral Akbar got an STD. It's the clap.
It's the clam. Just put like a dot on it, and it should be fine.
Here, you can have this ghost.
Ooh, spooky ghost.
That's gonna be my head now, John. Thanks.
I've been watching the show all day, you're welcome.
That's
Aw.
fair. Oh, I have chocolate.
Because you're so disorganized.
We're all just getting so distracted today.
What do you mean today? I get distracted every time we play D&D.
Mood.
I'm currently painting.
Alright, that's my turn though.
Okay, next up is Durgar.
Burger.
Burger!
Durgar is gonna go 5, 10, and attack with a war pick against Pyrolus.
I mean, if he could not.
Has he considered not doing it?
Just turns around, like, excuse me, no,
Does an 18 hit?
no.
So he just brings the war pick down, and you bring the hammer up and turn it to one side.
Oh no, you didn't.
Take it away from me.
And then Durgar.
Numero dos.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, hang on a minute. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. It can get to there. He really didn't think this ambushing through.
No.
Why do I pick my ambushing spots so far away?
5, 10, 15. And then against Calderex, 24.
Oh my god.
Hold on.
Just a thing you want to do with that, Sean?
Just get it. No.
Okay. One of these days I will enjoy rolling natural 20s again, but it is not when Calderex is around.
While I'm here, John.
So you take 9 points of damage
9 points damage.
as a giant war pick drives into you.
Ow.
What?
And then Hyralis.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello there.
I am going to. Let's.
I didn't mean to do that. Sorry.
I was gonna say.
But also daylight.
I mean, I get the feeling that might be forthcoming.
No, I'm not sure yet because that would be useful if they were all still far away from me. But
Okay.
it's one of the spells I had open, but I clicked this thing instead of the eye next to it. Anyway, continue, sir.
I'm going to green flame blade my Pyramul and two-handed thwack with it. So I use the Pyramul first.
Use the Palmol first.
She did the thwack.
That
She did the pineapple.
tonight on the musical episode of Golden Tooth,
This is why I often play bards.
you thwack the Durgar with your Pyramul, and it does 19
Damn.
points of damage.
Yeah. And then I click green flame blade.
And then you click green. Then you click green flame
Works.
blade.
Yeah, but I did 9 points of damage, so
So that is another 5 to this guy and 2 to the other. Is that right?
I imagine it would go left to right, John. 2 to this guy, 5 to the other.
Which is the other guy you're hitting with it? I believe it can be either of the other two Durgar who are above you.
The one closer to Cal.
And so then a burst of green flame.
Yeah.
And then is green flame blade? Questions I have. Green flame blade, are you an action?
No, it's a bonus action.
Bonus action.
No, it is an action. Sorry, it is an action because you make
It is an action, but
Yeah,
as you-
because it
as-
counts.
As a part
as
of it,
you
make.
an attack.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I get another hit.
No, because it's an action to do the green flame blade.
which
Well,
lets you make.
If it was a-
make a melee attack.
If it was a bonus action, you'd get 2 hits in with your hammer.
Oh, okay.
But as
Right.
part of the spell, you thwack someone with a weapon.
Nice.
Oh, okay. Yeah, fair.
Then this Durgar will come up to How.
I don't like that.
How did he do that?
How about he doesn't?
And rolls a 22.
Yeah, that's gonna hit.
Wouldn't he be an advantage?
No,
No,
because the
guy's
other
stunned.
Durgar is stunned,
Oh, fair
so he's not a threat
But
right
thanks.
You're
now.
welcome.
So that is 8 points of damage.
Same team.
Um,
Out.
and then it's Calderax's turn.
My turn.
It is.
My little old turn.
Your
Yeah.
little old turn.
Right.
Golly gosh.
What the fuck am I going to do, children?
Murder. maybe cast daylight, apparently.
Well, actually, daylight is still a possibility because then that would actually help most of us. But while I'm in melee range of a combatant, doesn't help me greatly.
That's fair.
So I could just start attacking, or I could start doing some other stuff. Do I have? No, I evidently don't. Come.
Oh,
Where's that thingy? That's pretty useful. No, I think daylight is probably the better thing. I think what I'm going to do.
Yeah.
But do I want to try and move away to?
Decisions.
But if I move away, then I'm kind of dicking over Pyrus because they might go after her if I move away.
I mean, Pyrolus is a machine.
She's a machine, and even then, I will be able to heal people. That is what my primary function is.
Exactly. So
So I will move. I will risk the attack of opportunity.
Okay, he is going to swing with his war pick. And rolls a 16.
Nope. And I continue.
Swing and a miss.
5, 10, 15, 20. And then I shall. Where's a good place where it sheds in a 60-foot radius?
Yeah, 60 foot and then 60 foot out from that as well. You have dim light.
So I am going to plonk it like right there.
Okay.
Just a big ball of daylight, which I shall do. I should actually now click the thing now.
So for the sake of that, I'm going to find everybody's favorite marker of things.
person.
Come on. Out you come.
The commoner doesn't want to come out of his
The
burrow.
commoner is shy right now, apparently.
There it is.
So a 60-foot radius. Oh yeah, that gets the entire map.
That's right then.
Yay!
And then anything for a bonus action?
What do I have as a bonus action? I could do a healing word, but is anyone really that damaged yet?
I'm not damaged.
I'm barely damaged.
So I think it best me save any bonus actions for now.
Heal.
Okay. On this guy's turn, he goes, "Ow!"
Holy fuck!
And then I would like to point out that this guy was on the map, and I haven't moved
And
him.
his mouse stood next to Calderex. Oh no! Okay.
Oh, for fuck's sake!
I have
I-
not moved
I-
him.
Okay.
Aren't you invisible anyway?
But, yeah, but...
So what the fuck does it matter? Unless he has tremor sense, in which case you're fucked.
Or true sight.
I can't remember what they have.
I can tell you right now, they do not have true sight or tremor sense.
Okay. What's a mind flayer, sir? I will just hold my breath.
Let me double check what they say is his tactics in this encounter.
He gently wheezes himself.
Tic-tacs, that's his tactic.
All of the Tic Tacs.
Yeah, he likes the orange and green one.
They are good ones.
They are the best ones.
They are pretty damn good.
Let's not fuck around here. They are the best ones. Fight me in the comments.
Better than the weird, like, flavor changing ones that they did for a little while. They were
Yeah,
weird.
some of them were pretty good.
Well, some of them were okay. It's like someone was like, what? Like the one that like starts off coconut and then turns into pineapple.
Yeah, no, that one was weird.
Yeah, that was.
No, thank you.
Okay, he is going to move.
He is going to run away like a sissy girl.
Because while he does have telepathy,
Oh god.
it doesn't say that he can detect thoughts.
Okay.
I speak in what you call Jessica's feet.
I'm gonna
I mean
assume like
telepathy.
he'd have to actively be locked on or something.
So he's gonna go 5,
Do I want to
10,
buy some stuff?
15, 20. And he sort of floats over the battlefield.
I'm gonna go with can he not?
Like some sort of Roomba.
And out in a thiswardly direction,
Yeah, I'm not. Oh, yeah, I'm not in that.
in a 60-foot cone, he is going to perform a mind blast.
Oh.
A mind blast?
So could I get an intelligence saving throw from Pyrolis and Calderax, please? And from Durgar.
No. Actually, no, I will roll a d8 just in case. Slash roll 1d8. 6
Hey.
on top of that, so 13?
Unfortunately, the DC is 15.
Ah!
God damn it.
You only need 2 more.
The DC is go fuck yourself, Sean.
So you and Pyrolis, Calderax and Pyrolis both take 25 points of damage and are stunned.
Rude.
That's not very nice.
Sean, can I also get a Constitution save from yourself?
25. So, I've gone beyond half health already.
That's a good start. Good, strong start. Did we try talking to these guys like we did the others? Like,
Well, as soon as they attacked us, you said hello, and then they proceeded to attack us, so...
that's true. We did try communication.
So, Constitution 20.
You are fine. The daylight stays. You can't. A stunned creature is incapacitated, cannot move, can only speak falteringly. Yeah, so you're at a few disadvantages, but you can maintain your daylight spell.
Good.
Nice.
How?
1 second. Sorry, I just started doing some detailing. I'm gonna hit the other. Oh, I'm gonna stick hitting the first guy. He looks like a dick.
Oh, at the top of your turn, he is no longer stunned.
Incorrect. At the end of my turn.
Oh, is it the end of your turn?
Correct.
Ah.
So I have advantage on these attacks.
Excellent.
I don't know why I hit it twice because I forgot that was a toggle. 4 for the first one.
Okay. That'll also hit.
6.
Yeah.
How's he looking?
He's pretty hurt.
Let's flurry of bros.
Okay.
While I've got the advantage, let's make full use of it.
That'll hit. And that'll also. He is really hurt. But he is still alive.
I'm really tempted to try and stun him again, but I'm running out of key points, so.
Yeah.
He is no longer stunned. Malzare.
Alright, I will step around here. I will cast Dissonant Whispers on this guy.
Okay.
I shall give the Mind Flayer a wedgie.
Greater
You certainly wouldn't
invisibility.
It's constant. This one's not concentration, so it's cool.
No, I mean it doesn't drop when you do a spell, does it? That's why it's greater invisibility.
Exactly.
That is pretty great.
18.
Does he have to make a save for that?
He does. I believe it's Wisdom. Yeah.
Mind Flayer's notoriously unwise.
Is this against the Mind Flayer or the Durgar? I think you pinged the Durgar, right?
Yeah, Durga.
Oh, sorry, I'm paying half attention to the screen because of the painting.
He rolled a 5.
He's not that wise either.
Who, me?
Not the Durgar. He's not. Look at that wisdom. Look at it. Look at it.
Hang on a minute. While I remember, this
He's run
Durgar
away.
also takes that much damage. Because he was in the Mind Flayer's Mind Blast. Cause,
Yeah, he was. Just goes to show, Mind Flayers mean.
does he run directly away from you?
Yes.
5,
It's not
10,
meant to be
15, 20, 25.
Oh, I thought that was a wall.
So this mind flare just kind of floats up, and then suddenly the Durgar behind goes whoa and runs away.
He runs away and splashes into the river and gets washed away.
That's what I was trying to do earlier.
He splashes out into the river, and you can just see him lose his footing and just whoosh! Slides about 30 feet downstream.
Oh my god. Beautiful.
So...
And to think he would have gotten into battle this turn.
I don't think he would have gotten away with it too if it wasn't for those meddling kids.
So the Durgar stood above Pyrolis. Would be at advantage for attacking Pyrolis because of the stun, but because of the sunlight, is at disadvantage, so is rolling at normal.
Okay.
Rolls an 18.
Oh, for God's
Nope.
Yeah, no, don't worry. Pirate is strong.
Yeah. Pyrolis is an absolute unit, so...
Oh, yeah.
Similarly, this one will do the same. And rolls a 15.
No.
Absolute unit.
So Pyrolis, on your turn, you just kind of go...
Pirate, you machine.
I just dribble at them slightly.
You just kind of go... Yeah.
Meanwhile, at Pyrolis' farm, two brothers are like, I think she's not in trouble.
started running.
I heard the call.
Don't worry, she's strong enough to defend self.
Indeed, she is absolute unit.
And then, as your turn comes to an end, can you make another intelligence saving throw, please?
Probably not.
Yeah.
Ew.
Well...
Intelligence saving
Don't
throw.
go relying on Caldrax for anything.
You spend a turn, you realise that they've come in and attacked you twice with their war picks and have just dented your armour a little bit.
Which is hurtful, you know, that costs money to get the dents out.
And you
Makes
force
me angry.
you force the pain of the headache back, and you are in
Like-
control of your senses again and are no longer stunned.
Yay!
Yay.
Harmony.
And now it is Durgar's turn. Who is going to attack How? He would be at advantage for the sake of the guy flanking him, but because of the sunlight, he is at normal.
So currently, I've just given everyone slight inconvenience.
That is a 9 to hit How.
Haha, no.
It's very helpful inconvenience.
It is.
Calderax, on
Hi.
your turn, you go, ugh! And then can you make me an intelligence saving throw, please?
No.
Oh.
You continue to have a very painful headache.
You continue to. Oh!
You and me both, mate.
This Durgar rolls a 23 to hit How,
I mean, I don't like it, but I guess.
which causes 6 points of damage to How.
That's nothing.
How is mildly inconvenienced. It is then Mind Flayer's turn. And Mind Flayer, who has a name, but you don't know it.
Greg.
Is he wearing a name tag? Hi,
might-
my name is...
You might find his
Once we kill him, we'll loot his wallet.
loot his driver's license.
Is he the same? Does he look like the same guy from before? Is he the tea guy?
He is not the tea guy.
Ah. Oh well.
Do they look vaguely related?
Yeah.
Is it racist to assume they all look alike? Is that bad?
Have they got like a distinguishing like family birthmark?
He is going to go 5,
He's gonna
10,
go be offended by our
15, 20, 25, 30.
Oh, you made a
No.
mistake.
And then with advantage,
because you're stunned.
because you're stunned and he doesn't give a fuck about the sun. 24 to hit.
24 would hit, yes.
You take 7 points of damage as his tentacles just lash out at you. And you are grappled.
Still stunned.
And
I mean,
still
I'd be pretty
stunned.
stunned if someone wrapped their
What?
tentacles around my head.
Um,
Someone is using Beyond 20, I see.
as you just... Yes, I am.
I can tell by the fact that it goes counteracts Grey Castle, counteracts Grey Castle is stunned.
Yeah, thanks, Beyond 20. You can just feel the psychic pressure as its tentacles wrap around your head, Cal.
Under pressure. Dum, dum, dum.
How?
That's me. I'm Hal.
Correct.
I'm a hit up my old friend, but no longer with advantage.
Your old friend Lefty.
Yep. Oh, that's
That's not a hit. You just swing round and pong into his
Luckily,
armor.
I'm gonna try again.
That also just misses. He just turns it away with a war pick.
Cool. Flurry of blows. I'm gonna try and hit him.
That one does hit. And that will knock him out.
Hey!
As I hit him, I'm just like, sorry!
Go to sleep, go to sleep, go to sleep.
I'll then turn around and punch the other guy.
Okay. That will hit. Okay.
Great.
So yeah, you spin your quarterstaff around twice and slam it into his armor, and then you just punch him and knock him out. Spin round and punch the other guy.
Screw this! Punch!
Oh! That
No one
really
expects
hurt.
the punch.
Malteray.
Alright, I'm going to press myself up against this wall, and I will cast Thunder Wave so it hits this Durga here and the Mind Flayer.
Okay.
Just give me a sec to find the spell. I'll... Oh, for fuck's sake, come on.
That was poor.
The
Whoa.
Durga takes the full damage,
Yep.
which is 8. Does it knock them back? Is that a Thunderwave thing?
Yeah, 10 feet.
10 feet, yeah.
That is the Durga's sheet again, John. The Mind Flayer does not get knocked back, but does take half damage.
Hate cough. And then I'll...
And the Durga goes 5, 10,
Oh,
and just
bollocks, I can't...
Whoa!
Woo! Alright, I can't Healing Word, but I'll inspire Calyrex again, because he needs it.
Okay. Cal, stop having your head eaten.
Yeah. That's my job. No, I mean, what?
Different head.
This Durga is going to sort of pick himself back up again. That was weird. 5, 10, 15. This time, he is at disadvantage to try and attack Pyrolus. Well, yes.
No!
And this one is also at disadvantage to try and attack Pyrolus.
No!
This time,
Most
as
things are at disadvantage to attack Pyrolus because she's such a beast.
as Pyrolus can actually move this time, she kind of ducks and weaves, and they actually strike each other's war picks.
It just meets in the middle and she just looks up at them like,
Doing.
no.
Pyrolus.
Hello.
Is the best.
I am just gonna two-handed Pyre-Maul.
Okay.
The one in
which-
front of me.
The one in front of you.
Yeah.
That will hit. That will spread his guts far and wide.
Yes! I get a second hit.
You do get a second hit.
Well, Pyramore, you're going again.
Nice.
Yes, that will also
What?
hit.
Why did that click twice? That's weird.
You deserve it.
So that is 25.
Pyrolis is a beast.
Boom! You just swing, and the guy above you just flies backwards and knocks to the ground. And this guy just turns back to face you again. But he is looking not happy right now.
Yeah, that's fair.
How?
Yeah.
16 to hit you.
Misses. Just.
You just take a step back under his war pick.
As I lean back, I'm like, your friend's just unconscious, don't worry!
Calyrax,
Yes.
can you make me an intelligence saving throw, please?
Probably not.
You got
Was it 15 I needed?
Have you thought that maybe your lack of belief in yourself is what's costing you?
I cannot tell you if that is what you
I
needed
can't
until
remember
you
what
tell
said.
me.
I'm going to roll into. I'm going to roll the
No, I think
thingy
it was.
anyway.
I think it was.
I'm rolling it anyway, just in case.
Alright.
You are not stunned anymore.
Yay.
You
Good.
are, however, still grappled.
Question, was it 15 he needed? Did he wait?
It was 15 you needed, I'm afraid.
Hey, it's better to use it than kick yourself for not using it.
Yeah, exactly. It's like I need to get out of this the intelligence thing.
That's
Yeah.
fair.
You are no longer stunned. But it is the end of your turn.
You are still stunning.
You are still currently grappled by a Mind Flayer right now.
Pardon me?
That was adorable.
And it is the Mind Flayer's turn. And on the Mind Flayer's turn, I'm going to read some stuff.
No reading allowed.
Okay.
How shaky my hands are.
Does a 22 hit you, Cal?
It does.
Actually, that shouldn't have been an advantage, but it was his first roll. So you take 12 points of psychic damage. Can you make me an intelligence saving throw, please? Okay. You can feel the pressure from his tentacles burrowing into your head again, and you shake them off. You're still grappled, but you aren't stunned.
Jesus.
How?
Ah!
Also, I thought I would point out first of all, I'm on 11 health now.
Don't worry. I've got spells.
Just saying, if I don't manage to kill this thing, I'm dead next turn, basically.
Worry about it a little bit. Okay, I know what I need to do. I'm gonna Step of the Wind
Okay.
to disengage,
Okay.
and I'm gonna run to this guy. Are you flanked? Are you stunned currently?
No.
No.
Cool, then I'm gonna go on the other side, so I have advantage. I'm gonna hit the guy for you.
Thank you.
Bam!
That is a number that hits.
Second bam. Actually, sorry, before second bam, I'd like to stun him. Or at least attempt
Okay.
to. Using my last key point.
That is a what save?
Con save, please, John.
Con save. He rolled a natural 20.
What a cunt.
But your second attack hits.
Apologies for the fruity language there.
Fruit.
Then yeah, my second attack will do that much. I was trying to be like a how do you like it with the stun, but it didn't pay off.
Malzare.
Alright. Give me a second.
I tried.
I tried. Okay. Okay, 3rd level this. There you go.
If you die, it's no longer my fault.
So that is 13 points of healing.
And then I'm going to assume a wisdom save is going to be fucking useless on this guy. So I will cast Vicious Mockery on the Duragar that's fighting Pyrolus.
Okay.
I wouldn't bother with Vicious Mockery because they already have disadvantage.
I will say, your mama's so fat she puts you to shame, mate. Not my best work, but
He
the line by bringing mamas into it, personally.
he doesn't get it, and takes the full psychic damage.
oof, I am slaineth. Disadvantage on his next attack roll.
Okay. On his next attack roll, he has disadvantage. And rolls a 13 to hit Pyrolus.
Nope.
Is there a point in you rolling against Pyrolus?
At the moment, I'm not sure.
If he hadn't have had disadvantage, he would have hit me.
Well, he had double disadvantage.
Pyrolus.
I am going to Pyre-maul that dude.
That will hit.
Yay!
And I am going to... yeah, come over here and Pyre-maul this dude. Or not.
That just misses, I'm afraid.
Dang it.
Pyrolist, you're meant to be a beast. What the hell?
So Durgar is going to come over here and attack Pyrolus. Would be at disadvantage because of the sunlight, but is flanking with someone he considers an ally. So rolls a 19.
Nope. 19 armor class.
So that just hits.
Okay, just.
Literally,
Literally skims and
Yeah.
just
Hey, guys, this
flips.
is the only one that's managed it, so he should
Yeah.
get like a crown.
So that is
He's their new
13.
king.
He is briefly the leader, but also the only survivor right now.
He's the leader of one.
He is the leader of the dead.
Calderax.
Right. Well, I'm not even gonna try and. It'll be a strength or athletics to get out of a grapple, isn't it?
Athletics or acrobatics?
So I'm gonna go bother. I'm just going to, at point blank range, I'm going to blight him.
Okay.
Nice.
That is a con save, isn't it?
It is indeed a con save.
Fuck me.
Ah,
Oh my god!
This guy's a dick. Can we kill him?
No!
So he takes half of 37, which is
18?
it's 18.
Yeah.
and what else do I have as a bonus action other than healing word?
Heal yourself!
I don't want to waste it. I will have to heal myself because I'm still below half health. So.
Ain't that hunky dory?
So,
10.
10.
Boop.
Now I'm just above half.
Mind Flayer's turn.
Not for much longer.
Where is Mind Flayer?
He's right there. Just a blue cursor appears on the screen. Ta-da! You're right! The Mind Flayer is floating in the sky!
Oh, he did get his Mind Blast back.
You...
How is he feeling? He's going to attempt it.
I don't think he does have it back, guys. I call a vote.
Pyrolus and Calderax, you both get attacks of opportunity.
Hey! Calderax, you going first?
You go first, because you're probably more likely to hit than me.
Okie dokes. So I can two-handed Pyramul, yeah?
Yep. That'll hit.
Cool.
That is 18.
And what do I have? I wish I had Warcaster. I wish I had Warcaster. But alas. I
Yeah, it's always a good thing to get for a spell boy.
Yeah.
so 15?
Hey, Tanny. 15 will hit.
Hello, Daddy!
I haven't. I would have.
Map? Did I not? Oops.
Yep.
Wait, the whole time the map wasn't up.
Whoops.
Oh my god.
We're not angry, John. We're just disappointed.
I got
I'm
excited
angry,
by
John.
the ambush.
That's fair. We saw it, John. Don't worry.
Okay. And then,
Oh,
The
no.
3 people watching.
and then, could I get intelligence saving throws from Hal, Pyrolis, and Calderax?
Do I get any advantage for having a low intelligence?
No.
Uh-oh.
Oh, I'd made it with advantage.
Okay.
I just forgot to turn the advantage off. Apologies.
That's fine. I will take your first roll.
Can you take the second one anyway?
Just for the lols.
Hal, you take 23 points of damage.
Oh boy!
Ooh.
Um,
I'm a little bit bloodied, guy.
Pyrolis and Calderax, you both take 11.
Ooh.
11.
Hal, you are also stunned.
Have I?
That's what I said. You are stunned. How is stunned.
Ow!
Oh.
Ni hao!
Anyhow.
How, at the end of your turn, you spend your turn and...
Which honestly is no different from many other turns I've had.
Could you roll me an intelligence saving throw? You are no longer stunned.
Yay! But I am very badly hurt.
I'm very badly burned.
Malzere.
I'll move up here and cast Thunderwave again.
Hal does not like Mind Flare.
No?
Okay.
10.
10. And that is a con save for my Mind Flayer. Who does not succeed.
No, because he fails that one.
Push 10 feet.
And he goes 5'10".
Yoink.
Lands on the ground in between the three of you. Go.
I could have sworn I was here before.
I'm getting a weird sense of deja vu.
And with that, you guys all just hear a voice in your head saying,
Ah, shit.
truce?
No. No, horrible murder.
Pyrolis.
I'm gonna smack the dude behind me.
Okay.
Or attempt to.
That doesn't hit.
What about the next one?
Well, I'm gonna try again then.
That one just hits. And that is 13 points of damage. And you all just hear a voice in your head saying, please?
Horrible murder.
I would actually advocate not killing him, but
Oh, he's dead.
yeah, you know I always advocate that. So
And the Durgar behind Pyrolis just swings wildly and the war pick sails off into the distance.
Yeah.
Sticks into the wall.
does the Mind Flayer face palm?
I mean, he was trying to do a truce, so maybe that's his way of disarming himself.
Calderax.
Now, I could I could try and vampiric touch,
Mm.
which would be
Who's
fun.
breathing?
Oh, sorry, I have a fan on because of my horrid migraine. I'm
Okay.
sweating a lot.
It's alright.
Apologies. I'll mute my microphone so you don't hear it.
Okay.
I'm
I
going
mean,
to
I rather hope we're all breathing.
Yeah, just about.
I don't breathe. I'm going to attempt a vampiric touch. 18?
An 18 will hit.
Nice.
I'm going to do that at one level higher, because fucking...
Get that health.
Do you take the damage you deal, or the damage he can take?
He does the damage and then takes half of it as healing.
Okay, so yeah, you get 7 points as you drain his last 6 health. And the husk of a mind flayer just...
Yeah, literally, I just, like, as he's been, like, wrapping tentacles around me for the time, I just put my fingers around his head and just go, I'll take that, and just drain him dry.
Nice.
Mine, thank you.
So how many health, sorry?
7. You take 7 points of healing.
And for my bonus action, I'm going to give Hal some healing, because he's in desperate need.
Okay.
Healing...
I mean, not gonna lie, I'm not looking
Thank you.
the best. But
how awful in the scale of awful? How are you?
On a scale of, say, 1 to 52, I'm a 15.
And higher.
on a scale of 1 to 74, I'm 25.
I think How is the How is the more squishy. Now that we've not got something that can just blast damage at you, it's I think you're practically safe.
Yeah.
So-
Thank you.
You guys can pick me up if I need it.
I can pick you up. I got a fair amount of spell slots still, and I got lots of health.
How?
Oh, it's me. I'm gonna move to here to flank the dude.
Okay.
So-
You step directly on the light commoner.
Fuck the light commoner.
But it will make it more awesome when he does a critical hit.
Whack!
That's what happens when you step on the light commoner.
He's going to be all backlit. It's going to be awesome.
You bring the quarterstaff round and whack, and just smack his head to one side. He's still
And then
standing.
Then I'll do it again. Less spectacularly, though.
That one, unfortunately, the light just gets a bit in your eyes, and you bring it wide.
Ah, stupid commoner.
You can still, as a bonus action, make an unarmed attack.
Oh yeah, true. Yeah.
Because I know monks. And also I was totally watching Beauregard earlier.
Oh, nice.
That does not hit. He just brings his armor-plated arm up and knocks your fist to one side. Mal.
Alright, come down here. Where is it? What the fuck was that? Give me that wisdom save.
It was Avril Lavigne.
One wisdom save coming up.
Why was it Avril Lavigne?
You know, don't ask questions.
Get in that fucking river!
Sorry, that was an intelligence save. The wisdom save is a 6.
That wasn't even intelligence, that was initiative.
Yeah, that's initiative.
That was initiative.
John, are you okay?
I saw INT.
Which
Either
is
way.
still wrong. You wanted WIN.
I know. I clicked the wrong thing. I clicked.
So you clicked the wrong thing, called it the wrong thing, and overall it was the wrong thing.
I clicked the wrong thing to bring up his character sheet.
Oh, but yeah.
I don't even know what his initiative was now. I think it was,
So yeah, he moves 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. He doesn't quite make it to the river,
Damn
but
it.
he does get 2 attacks of opportunity.
he does get 2 attacks of opportunity.
Yo.
So Pyrolus first.
Yay! Let's have a crap.
You just dropped something to do that.
Yeah.
Threw
That'll
it
hit.
across the room.
So as he takes his first steps away from you, you just crack him across the back of the head, and his head just spins round to face you again, but the whole of his body does not. And he just collapses forward onto Hao.
Who definitely steps out the way with his monk training.
Would Hal try and catch him?
Who, airbender leaf on the wind style, just sidesteps to one side. Just...
Wow.
It's an old Air Genasi saying, the best block, don't be there.
So I drop the invisibility, just look at all of you and just go,
Ah! Maltharay!
you look like shit.
One of them is still... I kept one of them alive.
Well, isn't that nice for you? Wipes his hand that gripped the Illithid's head on Maltharay. Wipes Illithid gunk onto Maltharay.
I just think we should tie him up and we can ask him questions.
We're not gonna ask him questions. Alright, well, no healing for you then, mate.
Well, I'd like to meditate before we go any further. I am out of key.
I think some form of short rest would be in order.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll give you guys a song of rest.
That would be cool.
Dun, 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 dun.
Dun, 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 dun,
Give me my bardic inspiration back. Hell yeah.
So it's a D8 currently, right?
D6.
Sorry, Hal, I'm just going to move you so that I can get to the light-bringing commoner.
Oh, yeah, it's a D8.
Suddenly, Hal gets nudged out of the way. Wait, what?
Yeah, it's D8.
I have a sudden urge to move.
That's probably the best Malzray's ever done in combat before.
So,
Would
spend 2
you
hit
guys loot the peoples?
Oh yeah.
yes,
Yeah.
I'm stealing that. Mind Flayer's wallet.
Okay.
And now we'll know his name.
Galum.
Was friend of T-Guy.
Galum, as the Mind Flayer was called,
Go on.
That explains why he looks so sad.
has a carved ivory statuette of a Piriton.
What's a Piriton?
It's not medicine.
That's a Piriton. I know that very well because I've got a box of them here.
Yeah.
A Piriton. How do you pronounce this?
A Pyrolus.
1 second. I know. I'll go and look at D&D Beyond.
Nice.
We're not sponsored.
But we do like them a lot.
Uh-huh.
We wouldn't complain if we were.
Yeah, if you want to
Piriton.
sponsor us, D&D Beyond, we'll take it.
Piriton.
We will take anything. Anyone who wants to sponsor us, we don't care who. Give us money and we'll be nice about you.
As Marisha Ray informs me, it's a Periton.
Periton.
I'm gonna use another.
Which,
Yeah, I'm putting these another dice as well. 'Cause I'm
which,
still
as you can tell from the statuette, is a bird with stag-like antlers.
Okay. I would like that because I already have one cool statue. I'd like another cool statue.
This one is carved from ivory.
I'm aware I've already got a jade thing. I'd like another thing.
He also has a... He also has a red potion
Ooh, it's red.
and a roll of vellum.
Can I inspect Red Potion
Yes.
and take some time to figure out what it is whilst we're resting?
Over your short rest, you realise that this is a potion of superior healing.
I was going to say I don't have Identify, so I could have just done that.
Yeah, but Pyrolus is trained in potions.
Yeah, I can do this.
Fair enough.
You can identify the vellum scroll if you'd like.
I will do that then.
This
Which will cast that.
This is a scroll of lesser restoration.
Nice.
Nice.
Great.
While we're having our short rest, I would like to talk to Malzarum.
Okay.
Because I was gonna talk to them at the party and I didn't get a chance. Because they're the fiddler.
The fiddler got you. It was horrible.
Fair enough. He will talk to you as he plays the Song of Rest.
I have a question for you.
What is that question?
Can you keep a secret?
Just side-eyes Calderex. I could certainly try.
How do you know when you like someone? Like how you like Calcerex.
Just going to move some people around on the map a little bit so that this conversation looks like it's taking place.
Okay, I'll move to where I actually am. Yes.
I'm just going to lean on this rock thing.
After I'd looted the corpse of the thing, I would have gone over here to get some.
I was gonna say, if you don't move, I just boop you with levitate and you just go to the ceiling.
What?
Okay, 1, Calderax.
Yes, sorry, Calderax.
2, you're making a very big assumption there, mate.
One, you do like him.
I mean, I like him. I don't know whether it's like.
Oh, it looks like it's like you two are always having jokes and being nice, and I've seen you share a bed.
But, oh yeah. Well then, surely you know what.
Yeah, touch yourself.
Well, if you're telling me that, then you should know what it's like to like someone.
But I've not shared a bed with this person. Does that mean I don't like them, or
Is it pie?
no? I'd like to roll deception.
Oh, that depends if they want to roll insight.
Wow! I could fail that.
Suddenly it's become a weird shade of purple.
Nope.
Oh shit.
Eyebrow raises.
How were you lying?
Oh what? No. Yes.
You don't think he was telling you the full truth?
Eyebrow raises.
It's like she was the first person who was nice to me, and I don't know if I like her or if she's my best friend. Because I don't really have a lot of experience with people, and I don't know how to tell the difference between someone who wants to be my friend and somebody who wants to be more than my friend, or if I want to be more than their friend.
He pats the ground next to him to say, come sit down.
I will sit down.
I think what you're confused about here is whether you have feelings for her or whether you're feeling gratitude.
Yeah, I like her and I have a good time with her, and she's really nice to me all the time. You're nice to me as well, though sometimes mean, but
Yeah.
I know you don't mean it. I know it's a joke. So I know, with Calderax, when he's mean to me, I know it's a joke. So I get it, and I don't know. I'm not good with people.
Well, can you keep a secret?
I'm really good at keeping secrets. I didn't tell anybody about the fact that Brian at the temple had a crush on no one.
Yeah, right.
We can now never go to your temple.
There's a guy called Brian. They're like, who the fuck did you have a crush on?
Well, I'm just noting that down.
Well... Yeah. I do like Cal.
Are you gonna get married and have a house with a picket fence and a dog?
Well, the problem with that is that I think he just sees us as a sort of fling, you know?
Why don't you ask him?
Nah, I don't know, but the point being is,
I could ask him for you and be like really like subtle about it.
I thought you said you'd keep this a secret.
No, I know. I won't tell him that you like him. I'll just find out if he likes you.
Oh. Well, as long as you're actually subtle about it.
I am very subtle.
It'll be as subtle as a car alarm.
Yeah, whatever you want. But anyway, how I realized that is because for all the bullshit that happened between us about how I fucked his life over and how he fucked my life over in return, the one thing through all of that was he was still willing to help me.
But I've had friends willing to do. Like, even though I screw up, you still are helping me and healing me and things. Does that mean you like me? Because like you're really lovely, but I don't like boys. At least I don't think I like boys.
Oh, well, honestly, if please don't take this the wrong way, but I guess if Cal wasn't in the picture, I would have liked you like that.
Hal just blushes furiously.
I mean, you're annoying as fuck, yeah, but it's one of those annoyings where I'd be really bored if you weren't around.
I like being around.
Then don't go anywhere.
I have to at some point.
I know, but if you like pie, then you should stay for her.
But I can't do that.
Why not?
Because I've got to go back at some point.
And why can't she come with you?
Because she doesn't worship Akadi.
Why would she have to? I mean, I don't worship Kalembor and I still hang around Caldrax.
It's different because I'm important to my temple. I am on a pilgrimage. I'm meant to find something of great value and bring it back to my temple. And I'm the first Air Genasi that's been there in a long time. So everyone expects me to bring back something great because I am of Akadi's blood. And they think that I'm going to be the new leader of the temple.
Well, I'll put it this way. You do what you think is right. And if you think this pilgrimage is right for you, then you do it. And if Pyrolis can't be there, then that's life. People have different paths they have to take.
I guess.
It's like with me and my brother, when he came back from being in the galleys, I thought that was it. He'd be with us forever, but it wasn't even it was only a few months that I left because we were just different people. And I wanted to prove myself.
Well, I think you're really great.
That's very nice of you.
And I hope Cal likes you.
Yes, so do I.
I hug you.
Oh, he hugs back.
Right. I am going to go and meditate some more.
Okay.
Thank you for this talk.
Of course, but yeah, please be subtle if you do it.
I will be as subtle as a rock.
Kind of like there's a tiny flicker of regret in his face, but he's just like, yeah, whatever.
Well, rocks don't move, so pretty subtle.
As subtle as a dump truck driving through a nitroglycerin plant.
But yeah.
While this conversation is happening, Pyrolis and Calderax, would you like to discuss anything?
I'm tempted to do something which will probably annoy John.
Do it.
Oh, you know how I love it when you say things like that.
Oh fuck! I just swallowed my chewing gum.
You were so impacted by the story that you had to swallow deeply down all the tears.
Sorry.
Don't worry, in 7 years that'll be gone.
Yep.
One day.
7 years
you'll
of
be rid
gum.
Oh no.
7 years of gum.
Because like a long rest is about an hour, isn't it?
A short rest is about an hour.
Short rest. That's what I meant. That's what
Right.
we're doing.
That's not what you said, though, isn't it?
Yes,
Yes.
I know what I said because I am tired and sleepy and.
You need to take a long rest IRL, but yes, a short rest is about an hour.
Which is about enough time to do this spell that I can cast as a ritual, and therefore don't need all the bits and bobs.
Okay.
So.
Now I'm intrigued as to what that is.
I'm very concerned.
I picked up a feat last level.
Oh god, here we go.
Yes.
Which was Ritual Caster.
Oh shit.
Which means I now have this spell.
I can't see what that is because there's too much text now to scroll.
I can see what that is because I know that text.
No! Holy shit!
What?
I see you are replacing me.
What would you like it to be?
I have been looking, and I could either go for something that would be very useful, or something that would be a bit clashing with a cleric.
I like the idea that a hand just appears and points at Malzray.
I'm thinking I want a pseudo dragon.
Yo, I love pseudo dragons.
Okay, let me double check. Do I have a token for that right now?
I will have to think of a name for him or her.
No.
Damn it! Curse you, John.
I'll
Tanny
use
suddenly
this.
piped up again.
I'll use this for now.
That'll do.
I've not had the chat open, so I can't see it. What did Tanny say?
Dragons!
There.
That's weird because Tanny doesn't even like dragons.
No, it's weird. Did Tanny say anything during the adorable chat between Hal and...
No. John put a crying face though.
Shock.
I am shook.
Tanny despises dragons with a passion. It's weird.
Okay, a pseudo dragon forms
Yeah.
and just sort of settles in front of you and scritches its face.
I have been wanting to do this for ages. I'm going to scritch it under the chin.
Oh, fuck me.
I just remember just like there's a big puff of smoke. I know you're the most adorable. Well, almost the most adorable. I have to be honest with you. You're almost the most adorable.
Yeah,
It-
Ember is in the party. So.
It flutters up and it rests down on your shoulder. It flicks its tongue out, sniffs the air.
So adorable.
What are you gonna call him?
I don't know. Name suggestions would be.
Pseudo
Sue.
Woodo.
Tree with peas for hands. Okay. So you have a pseudo dragon.
Because I've been wanting to do that for a while. It's like, but now that I know we've got things that are invisible down here, I think with blind sense might be partially useful.
This is true.
During
Cadmus.
Cadmus. Why do I know that name?
Yeah, I recognize it too.
It's a secret organization in Superman.
Correct.
Yeah, I was gonna say it sounded Supermanish.
Oh,
Pendragon.
that's just Tanny's name on the server.
An island.
That's just a badly decided
we shall-
website name.
We
That's
shall
just
think.
penis.
We shall think of a name for you in a little bit. We've
How
got
about just-
other things.
How about just Pan?
Pan.
I like that.
Pyrolis.
Why not call it Little Mel?
While all this craziness is occurring,
Mal Jr.
Yeah.
Audrey too.
would you like to examine the 4 dead Duragar?
Yes, please.
And the one alive one.
I mean, he is a little bit harder to examine depending on how you wish to examine.
Actually, technically, there'd only be 3 dead ones and 1 alive one.
And one
True,
several
one of them
miles
is very
downstream.
damp somewhere downstream.
Yeah.
We're assuming he made it.
I mean, he's very damp regardless.
Smash cut to like him face down in the water, just floating on.
But yes, I would, please.
You discover on all 4 of the Duragar the tattoos, the same as the one that you met on the surface with the dwarven runic style tattoos with a squid being bisected by a sword.
Okay, so they are related.
Which, as you recall from when you found them, means they come from Zortagra. So they all come from the same place. Do you speak Dwarvish, or you don't speak Undercommon? Do you speak Dwarvish?
Not off the top of my head. No.
So the one that... I assume that you bind the one that is still alive in some way. He just starts speaking in really harsh, guttural language that you don't understand.
She'll shout at the others and ask whether anyone else understands.
Does anybody speak Dwarvish
Nope.
or Dwarven?
Nope.
What mid fussing of pseudo dragon? It's pretty much similar to Spreckens the Undercommon.
He shifts from speaking in Dwarvish to Undercommon. And all he says is that he offers redemption to those who worship Deep Dura and death to those who do not. Which do you side with?
So, death to those who worship.
Death to those who do not worship Deep Dura.
Well, we worship Deep Dura.
Then I offer
mean-
you redemption.
He's tied up, so really he's not in any particular...
What would your redemption entail?
You worship Deep Dura, and you will be praised in the afterlife.
So you're offering to kill us, okay.
I am offering that those who worship Deep Dura will have a fine life in the next life.
You're offering to kill us, okay.
I am not saying it will be by my hand.
Okay.
But that I must offer death to those who do not worship Deep Dura. If you do, then I shall be going.
Okay. Turns to the team. Do we require any sort of information from this particular man?
Not that I can think of.
What's his name and his favorite color?
Turns to him in Undercommon. What is your name and your favorite color?
My favorite color is kind of a purpley green.
Purpley green.
And my name is Garden.
And his name is Garden.
Gadan.
That's a cool name.
Gadan. Okay.
Hi, Gadan!
Like, you know, the one that knocked you out says he likes your name.
Sorry about your friends.
I think you're gonna say sorry about your face.
Oh, and by this time he will have shrunk back down to normal dwarven size.
Oh, fair enough.
I'm still sorry about your friend.
So, do we need anything else from him, or do we wish to let him go, or...
Make me an insight check.
Specifically, sure, not all of us.
Anybody can make me the insight check.
Oh, sure. Okay.
Oh, give it a go.
I'm not at advantage for this insight check. 24.
Oh, sorry.
Fireless twinsies.
Yay!
Malzare,
Good that you're here.
Malzare, this dwarf is completely on the up and up.
Cool.
Everybody else, this dwarf is suffering the same sort of symptoms of madness as the others up in Elventree.
Oh.
Awkward.
Yikes.
Could we ask where he came from?
I come from Zortugra.
I come from a land down under.
That's exactly where my head went as well.
The dwarves are mad and they all plunder.
And he just sort of gestures further down the river.
where your friend's body is now washing up.
He gestures the other direction, the river.
Fair enough.
Oh no, actually, technically, his body... I know I depicted it going upwards, but I've now learnt that the flow of the river goes this way.
He magically got so scared he managed to go against the river.
Yeah, we just see his body drift back down.
So his body actually flowed this way down the river, and he points towards the flow of the river.
Okay.
So where your friend's body is. Okay.
So yeah, just around the river bend.
Ha!
I got what? No.
So that's in common. So that's where the madness is coming from, I'm thinking.
Yeah, I think that's where we need to go, therefore.
Shut up, phone.
Yeah,
Sorry,
I
my
was
phone.
gonna
Is... So my phone keeps auto-playing things.
Oh, is it your porn stash?
No. It's the camera I have in your room.
Oh.
So are you going to do anything with this dwarf?
I think we could possibly let him go.
If he thinks we're on his side, he might let us into the place.
I mean, I'm presuming he's going to be going back there, so he might be able to get us in.
It's true.
Worth a shot.
I posed this to him. Would you possibly be able to get us into Zotagra?
You wish to worship.
You're with to worship.
You with to worship Deep Dura.
I'm gonna bring the hug back to Zolthagra.
You wish to worship Deep Dura.
Well, sure. And we have business in Zotagra as well, so it's kind of a win-win.
Then I can show you the way.
Can you show us the world?
I sure do.
Do you know the way?
It is a queen.
He requests that you untie him.
Ugh, but this is kinky. No, I'm joking.
Everything is kinky to you.
I assume everyone is happy to untie this gentleman?
Hell yeah! I've already started untying.
You untie him and instantly there's a dagger in your chest. Nope.
I deserve this.
He will lead you along the river, and
Salvation!
eventually you get to a waterfall.
He throws himself down it. That's
And he leads you down a trail next to the waterfall. And as you're going down this trail, you spot painted images of a squid being split in half by a sword, much the same as the tattoos on the Zortugran Dura. And about 10 hours after you enter the Underdark...
We don't like to make these short visits, do we?
Yeah, no. This is shorter than the last one.
We
So
didn't get
far.
lost this time.
You arrive at a 40-foot tall statue of a bullet bursting out of the stone that it was carved from. Its eyes and...
Belay. It's belay.
Belay that order.
You come to a statue of a ballet dancer, bursting out of the stone that it was carved from. Its eyes and jaws are closed, and in its right claw, it's a very weird ballet dancer, hangs a huge bronze gong.
No, it's Bullet.
Really? I thought it was
Yeah, that's what
belay.
Nope. According to D&D Beyond, it's Bullet.
Oh shit.
So
Right.
Matt Mercer says you're wrong.
I was going to say it had to be Bullet because there's no way they would have put that pronunciation in the books.
Your new dwarven friend Gadan indicates the gong.
I get my court staff and I start going towards it. And if no one stops me, I'm hitting that.
I'm going to tap that note.
I'm waiting.
Does anyone want
Had your chance.
A sonorous, resonant tone echoes through the tunnel, 3 clicks, and the right eye of the bullet statue bursts open, and inside you can see the balding head of an elderly Durgar with an eye patch. He looks out at you with his one eye, blinks for a minute, shakes his head, and moves the eye patch over to the other eye, looks out again and says, "This better be good."
Here, get off my gong!
Hi there, my name is Hal. It's nice to meet you.
I say in Undercommon, I apologise for him.
I don't speak your language. You speak mine.
Yes.
Okay, good. Because there are other people down here that don't, and it's very hard to communicate with them.
How? It'll make it worse.
Yes, it is. It's very difficult to speak with people who don't speak the same language as you.
I know, I'm really sorry about that. I speak Primordial, if that helps.
It doesn't. I don't speak Primordial.
What about Elvish?
No, I'm a dwarf.
What about Celestial?
Still no.
Okay. I was told to hit the gong. I don't know why. I just like hitting things.
Let's try to go.
Are you the leader of this group?
Yes, I
No!
am. That's
In,
why I make it-
in Undercommon, no, he's not. He is a moron, as you can tell.
I'm the one that hit the gong, therefore I'm the leader.
Ugh.
The question you've got to ask yourself is, would anyone but the leader hit the gong?
On
And suddenly, in the middle of that sentence, Hal just...
No. You gotta ask yourself, what?
Pyle just go and pat Hal on the shoulder to stop him.
Klaus silent and then just like waves Pyramus forward because he's just emotionally drained.
She'll just pat him on the shoulder and kind of turn him around and walk him to the back.
Yeah, that's fair.
Looking out with his one good eye, he looks over you all. You want in to Zortagra?
Oh yeah.
I am Lord Shantdurna.
Is the lodge really necessary? We know your lodge, mate.
No, he's talking about his dick.
Lard.
Oh, lord. Oh, right.
He's still talking about his dick.
Yeah.
I'll let you in, but you got to entertain me.
Oh god.
Well,
He's still talking about his dick.
I mean, mate, entertaining's my specialty. What do you want?
Yeah, it is.
Dance a dance, sing a song, I don't care.
Oh, fuck yeah! Right, let's get down to it. What should I sing?
Get down to business.
And you notice, you look round to see Gadan is sort of clapping his hands. Yeah, song.
I like the idea that Malzare's got a full, like, fancy outfit underneath the top layer of clothes and just flings them off and it's straight into, like...
Yeah, Malzray has one of those tear-off clothing sets. It's just like Velcro down one side.
No, it's
For the record, I think that Malzare only has those.
All right,
I'm just thinking, just like he rips off the upper layer of clothes and underneath is an exact duplicate with sequins.
Okay, so he strums the loop tune this time, and then he kind of gives you all this, like, really... This is very not normal for Malzray. He gives you all this serious look and just goes, pair up.
I hurriedly grab Pyro.
I grab the dwarf.
Gadan sort of looks around for a second and then is swept up by Hal.
And I will play a tango.
Okay.
Roll with advantage for everybody else tangoing.
Yes!
Advantage for tangoing. For performances.
You know when you've been tangoed.
So, performance rolls for everyone else?
Yes.
Yes!
And Malzare, if you just roll me another performance.
So, where's the Drogo's performance check, John?
It'll be along in a second.
I'm not letting him get away from it.
Oh, I'll also cast dancing lights just to set the atmosphere.
Nice. I feel like this needs to be a piece of art that's created.
We need more. We need fan art. We need fan art.
I need more artwork of Hal because
Absolutely.
I love my boy. I love my boy a lot.
Well, he rolled a 5.
Boo! Step up, man.
So Gadan just steps on your feet. Hal.
Hal just throws him to the side and starts a solo dance.
Don't tempt me. That is something Hal would do.
Actually, with that roll, Gadan just is very heavily just sort of stomping around and stepping near your feet. And Hal, as you sort of step out of the way of each of his heavy footfalls, you sort of turn the dance into an air monk martial arts demonstration as well, just sort of around the dwarf. Meanwhile, Hal and Calderax perform another similar dance. Pyrolis is a little bit more stiff.
A little bit less coordinated.
A little bit less coordinated, a little bit less together, but Calderax sort of pulls it off in spite of this, and with the dancing lights, eventually...
Fabulous at the same time.
You just hear from the inside of the Bulette statue applause from... You will also notice that there is no melee to hit the gong with. Applause from Shant. And he starts to reach up to pull a switch on the inside when an arrow strikes him in the back of the neck.
Oh no!
And he slumps down on his desk. And a Svnevblin, dressed in rags carrying a short bow, runs up and catapults off his back, and she flies through the eye hole and into the tunnel. You came down.
No one interrupts my tango, bitch!
And there is a mechanical clanking of gears. And the mouth of the statue falls open.
Okay.
I
will dive after her.
It slowly opens.
I'm diving after.
I'll get to that. I've got box text first.
Jesus, Amy. Let him do his box text.
And once about a foot or so of the mouth has opened, 20 soot-covered, skinny Svevneblin charge out. A short male with slate-coloured eyes just yells, "Freedom!" as their emaciated bodies surge forward out of the mouth of this bullet and sort of through where you are tangoing at the moment. Pushing against each other, trying to all emerge from the moor at the same time. Their clothes ragged and torn. Most of them aren't carrying weapons, but a few have picks and axes and bows.
We can tell they're clearly slaves that are being freed, right?
You can tell that they are slaves who have fought their own way to freedom.
Fuck yeah, I start going into my backpack and I start getting out rations and chucking them into the crowd for them.
First of all, could I get strength checks from everybody?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Nah.
I mean, it won't be good, but it's not bad. I'll take that.
Strength checks.
Sorry, strength saves.
Oh, never mind. Okay, hang on.
Well, I'm not going to roll as good now, I bet.
Yeah!
See, I bloody told you!
I will take your first roll, Hal.
Thank you.
Because
with my first roll, it would have had a plus.
It would be a 17.
Nope.
No, a 19.
There you go, pal.
I numbers. So, a herd of Svevneblin just come charging out. Pyrolis and Calderax, you are taken by surprise by this group of tiny commoners. And as you are tangoing, you just get crushed and take 15 points of damage as they knock you prone to the ground. No, not same to Malzray, because that wasn't a check. That was a saving throw. So Malzray and How, you both nimbly move between the Svifniblin.
Beautiful.
I'm passing out all my rations.
And what about the Durgar?
One moment then.
Oh, serious question. Can I pick up Ember to make sure he's okay?
Yes.
Pseudo Dragon is just flew off my shoulder.
The Durga rolled a natural 20, so he just back somersaults over everybody. Actually, he joins the charge. He sees it coming. And he's like, "Yeah, come on!" And just sort of leads the charge out. He's kind of not really paying attention that it's an escape from his city of his slaves. He's just kind of flowing with the moment. And so unless you do anything to stop Gadan leaving with them, he's going to go.
Yeah, I think he served his purpose.
Actually, I would stop him, because if he's going away with the people that were once his slaves, he's probably not going to last long. So I just sort of grab him by the back of back of his shirt.
He kind of... Oh. Malzare,
Yes.
do you now go after the one who led the charge?
Yes.
Okay. As Calderax and Pyrolis sort of pick themselves up off of the ground, you grab hold of the leader of the group.
Uh-huh.
And she stops and looks at you, and then sort of puts the bow to the side. Yes?
Yes.
What do you want?
fuck, what do I want?
I mean, you were pissed off that she interrupted your song.
Yeah, sorry, I...
Oh, go on.
What we've realised is you're the bad guy.
I didn't expect conversation.
I want to imagine that how me and Pirates have just like sat down and just like chin in hand. Just go on.
I've been feeding slaves.
Oh my god. Alright, next time you free a bunch of slaves, can you do it a bit more tactfully? You know, like, when I'm finished?
I'm sorry that freeing my people did not time up with your own song. Would you maybe like to let me know in advance next time?
Well...
You sound like such a bitch.
Otherwise, I'm just going to keep going. Do you mind if I just keep going?
I mean, if you could just listen for when I stop.
Wait for a break, like maybe the chorus, or...
Yeah! Just want it to be convenient, not in like the best part. I was wanting to do a rift and everything.
Do you take requests?
Yeah.
Could you possibly play some escaping music now? I don't know, something great like Over the Fields and Far Away, which is where we're going now.
As long as you apologize for interrupting.
She takes a step back. She takes an elaborate bow. I am sorry. And then...
Fucking run.
And basically, how literally everybody who you've handed food out to grabs it on the way past and doesn't break stride.
I was kind of expecting that woman to take a step back forward and slap Mauser.
I was going to expect, can I make do you take requests? Yes. Shut the fuck up!
God.
Go to a pharmacy, ask for Viagra, because it'll help you. Go fuck yourself!
I've never heard that, and I love that. I'm going to be using that in the future.
Oh my god. Okay, well, I guess we're done.
You.
Well, kind of straightening out back. Right, well, the door's open.
Bye, guys! Good luck!
There's just a off into the distance as the Svefneblin disappear over the horizon.
They were nice people.
There's a young one at the back just turns around and waves at you, Hal, and then is just pulled away by its parent.
My heart!
Miles Ray just looking very kind of lost, a bit flustered. I guess we move on then.
I didn't know your songs could free people like that.
I know, I'm just so amazing like that, Hal.
Yeah, you really are cool.
I
And
appreciate that very much.
and at this point, I'm going to call the session to a close as you get into the streets of Zortugra.
Yay!
Just as a quick aside, I want to sort of let Malzray get a bit further, like as we're walking, and I just sort of back away with Calderax. I'm like, yeah, Malzray is really cool, right?
Gives him just a confused look. The pseudo dragon gives him a confused look.
Well, I was just curious.
The pseudo dragon gives a confused look. Goes, I know, right?
I was just wondering, like, cause Malzray is so cool. If you like him.
Oh god.
Walks off.
And on that note,
I tried.
In fact, no, he won't walk off. But the answer will come next episode.
Well, with that, the answer better not just be he walks off.
It might be.
Although that would be a very Cal thing to do.
Yeah.
You'll have to tune in next time to find
Damn it, what if I'm busy next time? Oh, wait.
Well, you'll just have to make do, won't you?
For now, guys, thank you so much for watching. If you haven't done so already, please do hit that follow button. It's a great way for you guys to know when we go live. It's a completely free way that you can support the channel. If you aren't already, thank you, Sean. In other streams that are coming up, tomorrow night, we have the Angel Games player over on the Angel Games player channel is going to be playing more Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines.
Nice.
I still haven't played that game.
So you guys should go and check that out if you like vampires or masquerades
masquerading.
or bloodlines.
Or the.
Or, if you know the game, if you like the dancing in it.
I have not played this game, so I do not understand it.
You won't understand, but you might understand if you watch the stream.
On Friday night, it is the Space Odysseus A-Team game. So tune in to see what we do after we've dealt with the previous Shadow Mark. We still have the location of another Shadow Mark, so we might be going after him, but we've also got the location of part of the sword. So, you know, it's one of the two. I can't remember which is closest. But it's one of those. On Saturday night, we might be having the pub quiz, or we might do another indie games, visual novel type streamy thing. So stay tuned for information about that one. On Sunday, the Clutches of the Cult crew have to make up their new plans after the ambush at Riverguard Keep and the devastating loss of Briar's mother. And on Monday, Sean and I are going to be looking on our Minecraft server at the industrial craft machines to see how much we need to do to get quantum armor.
Quantum armor?
Yes. Quantum armor.
Quantum armor?
Possibly first we'll have to build the nano armor and then upgrade it, so it might be that we get nano armor first and then level up. But stay tuned for that. And more, coming soon. Full schedule over on finalbossfight.co.uk, or check us out on the Discords at the Discord link. In the meantime,
Discord!
if you guys could vamp for like 5 seconds, I'm just going to quickly...
How was that? Was that
Perfect.
Beautiful.
Oh, luck. No, not anymore.
I really still want to film at some point sort of an opening like their animated opening.
Yeah.
If we have any animators in the FBF, that'd be really amazing.
We're going to go over and raid Jinjar, who is currently playing The Outer Worlds.
That sounds like a Pokemon.
Jinjar or The Outer Worlds?
Jinjar.
Jinjar 24/7, we are going to go and raid him as he plays The Outer Worlds. For now, guys, thank you so much. We'll see you again real soon. Bye, guys.
Bye!
All right, Zippy.